Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
4, 3, 2.
Oh, hi, Leo! My tingle!
Someone's lost their mind in the Lost Woods. My name is Detective Hyrule, and for the next few minutes, I'm going to need your help. Now, I've done cases all around this great land of Hyrule. I've worked on racketeering with the Rito. I've worked on gambling rings with the Gorons. But today, I'm solving a murder. And between you and me, this is my first ever time trying to do this whole thing. And so I'm going to need your help. Throughout this case, I'm going to be doing interviews. I'm going to be collecting evidence. And I need you to help me find out who exactly this is going to be. Now, we have ourselves a likely cast of suspects here that we need to work together to try to crack. Now, without any further ado, I'm going to set my Baja Blast down over here. It's time to do a little bit of sleuthing. What was your name again?
Hey,
Hey, yourself.
listen. My name is Willow.
Willow. Willow, what would you say you do for a living?
I'm a fairy.
You're a fairy. All right. Does that pay well?
Pays well enough for me to be independent.
Fair enough. Willow, what would you say you do for a living?
I'm a fairy.
You're a fairy. All right. Does that pay well?
Pays well enough for me to be independent.
Fair enough. Willow, what would you say you do for a living?
I'm a fairy.
You're a fairy. All right. Does that pay well?
Pays well enough for me to be independent.
Fair enough. Now, did you know Tingle before showing up this whole thing?
I did not.
You didn't. All right. What brought you to Mr. Tingle's party today?
Well, I was told by Kessa, who's a very close companion of mine, her and her
Yes, sir.
partner, Finnegan, that our poor Tingle was his best friend.
Whose best friend? Finnegan?
Finnegan.
Finnegan's best friend. Interesting. Okay. Can you explain what you were doing when the lights went out?
I was shaking a little bit because this stand here had me right at the edge and something crashed into it. It fell over and I tried to crawl my way out, and once the lights came back up, I saw him there and ran back to Finnegan and Kessa.
Got it. Thank you for your time. Just make sure you can stay. You can walk anywhere you like, get yourself some refreshments, but please stay in the room until we can figure this out, all right?
All right.
Thank you. Ma'am, my name's Detective Hyrule. How can I help you today?
Thank you for coming. Someone's killed my dear husband.
Yes, I can plainly see that. How can I help you today?
Thank you for coming. Someone's killed my dear husband.
Yes, I can plainly see that. Can you point out those friends that are his specifically?
Well, he thinks Jeff is his friend.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Can you point out this Jeff amongst us? I see. All right. And
I had to hire him.
you had to hire a friend. Was he cheap?
No.
Gotcha. Can you point out those friends that are his specifically?
Well, he thinks Jeff is his friend.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Can you point out this Jeff amongst us? I see. All right. And
I had to hire him.
you had to hire a friend. Was he cheap?
No.
Gotcha. What's everybody doing here? What was happening?
We were having a birthday party for Tingle. It was a special day.
Special day, huh?
Very.
And so all these people here hanging out in the back, they are all friends of his, would you say?
Most of them are my friends.
Your friends?
Actually. But we have friends of his.
Ma'am, I can't help but notice there's quite a mess all over this here scene. I assume this party didn't look like this when this whole thing went down?
No.
Got all
No,
kinds of
exactly.
jars, and you got a case of a
Things
couple
all
spilled
over the
rupees
floor.
here, yeah.
There
a
was
real
a
shame.
fairy in there.
Was she not here before?
No. How did you get out of your jar?
Oh, you're saying that you kept her in a jar.
I mean, she belonged to them.
Well, she came with us, and I don't know how you got out of your jar.
When I heard the scream, there was a lot of commotion, and I think something knocked into my holder, and
Something knocked it over, huh? All right.
it was dark.
Dark, right? I've from what I've discovered, yeah, the lights went out for a bit. Is that right?
That's right.
Well, ma'am, sorry to take up too much of your time. I know you're going through a lot right now. We'll get this solved, all right? Of course, of course. Hey, Kessa, was it?
Hi.
Yeah. Do you mind coming over here real quick? So you said you were a merchant of artifacts,
Rare
right?
artifact.
Kessa, I can't help but notice that throughout all this, you have been staring in one particular place in this room more than anywhere else. And it doesn't seem like something I'd be very interested in, but I can't help but notice every time I look back to you, you have been looking at that there 8-ball on that there table this whole time. Does that interest you in some way? Do you like learning about the world through water and a little ball?
Well, of course, as a merchant of rare artifacts, I can't help but notice all of the very rare artifacts that you have in your lovely home, and I have one just like that. It's a family heirloom, and so of course I'm going to notice it.
It seems like you're a little bit more interested than just noticing it. I mean, as you said, there are plenty of other fascinating artifacts in the room here, and yet that ball just really seems to get you going there. Seems a little strange.
I'm just saying because I have one just like it, I just wanted to get a closer look at it.
Would you happen to know where that one that looks just like it is now?
I actually don't. I lost it a little while ago.
Intriguing. I can't help but throughout this whole thing, you've been hanging out along with the guy in blue over there. Can you tell me a little bit about him?
Finnegan. That's my Finnegan. He's my boyfriend.
Your boyfriend. And how did you meet this Finnegan?
Well, I was traveling through Zora's domain, and that's when I met him, and we fell for each other, and so he's been traveling with me ever since. He's a trails merchant, too.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Does his business match up with yours?
Let's just say that we sell different things, but we both sell things, and so that's why he came along with me.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. Avoid the body, if you could please. I'm
Will
keeping
do.
an eye on it here from there, so just leave things as they are. We'll take care of things soon. Haven't talked to the guard yet. Well, I think I heard Jeff. Is that right? Yes, that's right. Jeff, would you mind, just at ease, soldier? Thank you. Would you mind taking a seat here with me for just a moment? All right. Finally relax for a minute, right? Seems like you've been on guard all night, right? All right, it's fine. Joke's not quite for Jeff. I know, from what I've been hearing for a couple folks, this Tingle was a map salesman, is that right?
Cartographer is the official term.
Cartographer. Big vocabulary from the local guard. All right. And what was he cartographing? Was he doing it at the time that he died?
No, I believe he was playing with his balloons.
His balloons. If there is anybody here you trust, because you've had eyes on this party all night, is there somebody that you wouldn't trust with his body?
No, I'm not trying to point a finger at anyone.
Of course not.
But
But
you're right.
hypothetically.
You're right. It is a little strange to try to bribe me to come to this party when me and Tingle are such good friends. Now, I'm not saying that makes anyone anything. I'm just saying it's a little suspicious.
You charged me those rates.
Allegedly.
Those are your rates.
They are allegedly my
It's a
rates.
good thing I have control over the accounts. Would have hurt his feelings to know how much you're charging to be here.
More than his feelings were hurt tonight. I can't believe you're making this all about money.
I'm the one making this all about money. You're the one that needs to be paid to be here.
You need to stand down.
Okay, all
You
right.
were
Let's.
such good friends with him. Why were you calling him annoying?
You never call your friends annoying?
Not my friends.
You never get annoyed by your friends?
You were
You never
saying.
get a little short, detective? They never get on your nerves?
I don't have any friends.
Yeah, you seem like the type.
When the lights went back on, can you tell me anything about what you saw at the scene?
Lots of damaged pottery over there.
Yeah, let's look at that while we're at it. Now, would you say that the scene looks exactly as it does now when the lights came back on?
Absolutely not.
No.
So many differences.
Okay, such as? His balloons. I see, they're kind of draped all over him. Were they actually here before when he died, or was?
No, we decided he'd like to go this way.
Oh, I see. Well, it's very kind of you to acquiesce to his last wishes. Very, very nice. But he only had the one balloon with him at the time.
Only the one. I'm
Okay.
sure of it.
Understood. Understood. Let's see. That bottle, I think we can track
two.
where that came.
Empty bottle.
Right. And it was a full bottle. Do you know what that bottle contained before this?
Think it had a fairy in it.
All right. Well, that
Probably this
tracks.
fairy floating around in the background now.
Makes a lot of sense now that I think about it.
The pottery.
The pottery. You saying that this pot wasn't busted open with a bunch of rupees spilling out at the time?
No, that'd be really weird interior decor.
I do agree. But I figured, hey, maybe there's a scuffle. Maybe lovers tryst before lights went out.
Possible.
Okay.
A lot of noise happened.
All right. Let's see. What else we got here? What else we got here?
Number 3. Got that glass full of that green stuff.
That green stuff. Wait.
In fact, I meant to talk to Mr. Finnegan.
I see.
What? What's that? Oh, hey, where'd you get that?
Excellent. I do see also quite a bit of rope over here. Was this also some sort of party decor? Was he doing some sort of rope trick?
This was elsewhere in the party. Think he was planning to pin the tail on the donkey. We didn't get that far.
It's a heck of a tale. I think that about does it.
Well, there is one more very important difference.
What's that?
He wasn't dead before the lights went out.
You got me there. You got me there, Jeff.
I'm very observant.
I can tell. And you know what, Jeff? You are a professional. And
Correct.
I do enjoy speaking with professionals on this job. Makes my job a lot easier.
I got nothing more to say to any of you.
Hi.
Hey!
What's up, man? How are you doing?
Well, man's been murdered, but other than that, I think I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm all right. The man's been murdered, but I'm doing good.
I'm really glad to hear that.
Look at him.
He looks peaceful.
He looks like he's sleeping.
Not anymore.
He's really out.
Hey, Finnegan, was it?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Finnegan was my grandfather's name. You can call me Finn if you want.
Finn, it is. Absolutely Finn. Do you know anything about Linda? Have you met her before?
Oh, I met Linda once or twice. Yeah, she's not too bad. Yeah, they seem to get along really well for the most part.
For the most part.
Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm not too focused on their relationship. I'm a little bit flying high myself right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can smell it. When did you pick up Willow?
Well, she came to us from Gerudo Valley. We were passing through Gerudo Valley. She was like, I wanted to get to. I don't remember where she was going, but she was like, I need to get to a place. We're like, all right, we can go. We can bring you along with our caravan.
So you would say that you aren't very close with Willow?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No.
Interesting. Yeah, tell me more about your relationship with her, by the way.
Oh yeah. Well, when she came through Zora's domain, we kind of hit it off immediately. Yeah. It was like a couple weeks ago or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Question for you. Was Tingle flying right before he unfortunately passed?
Man, Tinkle was my best customer. I was trying to sell him some.
You were trying to sell him some, and because of that, he was flying?
Well, he might have been flying if he bought some from me.
Oh, I see. Okay. But
But he was like, nah.
let's talk about, like, was he on physically the ground?
Oh, yeah. Well, I know that's a problem with him. I mean,
He's always on the ground.
He is now.
Yeah, well, he certainly is. All right. So were you trying to sell directly to Tingle right before the lights went out?
Yeah, we were chatting it up, and I was trying to sell him some of the herb.
And how was that going?
It wasn't going very well, but
Does that make you mad?
I mean, I'm a little miffed, but dude, I'm just here to chill.
Okay. Just wanted to see just how chill that was chilling. Well, I think that's everything I need from you here, Finn. Feel free to hang out with Kessa, but just, don't touch the body or anything. We'll get this sorted out, all right?
No problem there.
And hey, as long as things fly clear here, you're okay.
Hey, man,
all right?
I think a little bit of the good stuff will help you through this.
I mean, all I need is my Baja Blast. I've been going through and reviewing all the facts. I have all the details of this case written down. We've talked to all the suspects. We've seen the evidence. And I have my assumptions on who may have done this, but I want to hear it from you. You need to help me out solve this because I don't think I can do it on my own. Do we have an idea of who may have done this? Well, I should have guessed on this one. But I think you're right.
Is that blood?
Where did... You know what?
That's not cool, man.
I have nothing to hide from any of you.
Hey.
You're right. You're so clever, detective. Because I did it. I did it. You know, detective, you're a man who knows his job very well. You know what needs to be done. I could say the same of myself, And if there's one thing that's bothersome in any line of work, it's those who get in the way of doing what needs to be done. Tingle has distracted me from my guard duties outside the forest for far too long. Not to mention, he thought I was his best friend or something. I never even bought a single map from the guy, so how he got that in his head, no idea. The darkness was an opportunity to finally eliminate the one person that kept getting in my way. So I grabbed the sword, and I stabbed him.